It is not your fault. You've been cheating on your wife for a long time. You've been doing that woman wrong. You've been doing her dirty. You've had side chicks come by the house threatening that woman. You've had babies outside the marriage. You've cheated, you've lied, you've deceived. You guard your phone better than most vaults. You cannot leave your phone because you know if that woman ever sees the contents of that telephone, you are in big trouble. And this is the life you've chosen. But it is not your fault. This is the fault of religion and society. You are trying to do the impossible. You are going against your human nature. You are going against your own biology. You are going against the way you were wired by nature because you have been told by religion and society that this is the way to do it. And you have done it for centuries and you have failed for centuries. But you keep doing it. You keep walking down the aisle. You keep saying those words. Till death do us part. I do. But then you don't. Consistently, you don't. But it is not your fault. It is not your fault. And I'm going to break that down to you. I'm going to explain the thought process. I'm going to explain how I arrived at this epiphany that marriage is absolutely against human nature. Because we are not designed for it. We are not made to be monogamous creatures. We are not made that way. And in diving deep into this conversation, I am going to talk about it from both the spiritual and the non-spiritual side. So whatever side you lean on, I am going to address it. If you lean on that we were created beings, created by God as part of his design, and told to replenish the earth and be productive, we all know that Eve could not have been the only woman to spurn earth. One woman could not have done that. So by default, we know at some point in the journey to populate the world, there had to be other women involved. There had to be other human beings involved. And very likely, these other human beings had to be fertilized by one man. So essentially, I'm saying, even in farming and the way we've always known how breeding works, one male is capable of fertilizing many, many females. And in order for our species to survive as the human being, that was required of us too. We required a fertile man to be willing and able to fertilize many fertile females to keep us alive as human beings, to replenish the earth as the Bible calls for. And that is how we were wired. That is what our role was. Solomon was considered by many to be the smartest, wisest man who ever lived. And in his wisdom, spiritual brothers, in his wisdom, deacons and bishops, he chose 400 wives and 700 concubines. This brother had 400 wives and had the time for 700 side chicks. And God looked at that brother and be like, but that brother's wise. He is wise. Because he knew that it was an impossible ask to ask any human man to devote his time, his love, and his affection to one singular female. Actually, it is a human problem, not just a man problem. Women are the exact same way as us. It is hard for any woman out there to devote her time, her love, her affection to just one man. Eventually, she will get tired. Eventually, that relationship will run its course and it will be time for both people to move on. But because they are married, they are forced to stay in that relationship. They are forced to be unhappy. They are forced to tolerate each other for the sake of the kids, or for the sake of the marriage, or for the sake of the church, or for the sake of society. Because divorce is frowned upon and it leads to all kinds of other issues. It leads to family violence. It leads to a lot of other crimes because both parties are so frustrated with each other, but they cannot get out of it because they are married now. This is my wife. This is my husband. I gotta stay and stick it out. And then the anger festers. The resentment festers. And more often than not, tragically, it leads to violence. It leads to putting hands on each other. It leads to, in some horrible cases, murder. We all know that, man. You true crime buffs out there, you brothers that be watching Dateline and ABC, you all know it. Every time that episode comes on, where it starts out telling us some man was found dead in his bedroom, found dead in the house, we all know what we say. The wife done got him, man. His wife got him. It's always the wife. It's always the husband. It's always the spouse. And these are some of the side effects of a forced love. Forced to stay with someone, forced to live with someone because you have a religious bond or a societal bond. Not a personal bond, that died long ago. You have no reason to be with this person anymore. You have no desire to be with them. But you are forced to stay in there because there's this thing called marriage that tells you you are obligated to be there. That is why it is not your fault, my brothers. I do not condone cheating. I do not condone the mistreatment of any human being. But I understand why it happens. I understand it is because we are choosing to fight our own nature. We are fighting biology. We are fighting the true nature of the human being. Everything else in life, we accept change. We embrace change. We celebrate change. We celebrate growth. We celebrate options. We like that in every aspect of our lives. We want to choose what restaurant we go to today. Today we might want some sushi. Tomorrow we might want some Italian food. I might want an apple today. Tomorrow I might want an orange. There's differences in fruits. Today I might want a podcast. Tomorrow I might want to be an attorney. The next day I might want... We like the idea that life evolves and you can evolve along with it. We love the choices that life presents us. But then we choose this one, the most important area of our life, which is our day-to-day happiness, our day-to-day satisfaction. That is the one area we limit choice. That is the one area we tell someone, I am choosing you above 6 billion other people, and you will be my source of joy, of peace, of conversation, of sex till the day I die. And we deceive each other into thinking that is ever going to work. And then we wonder why divorce rates are through the roof. We wonder why family violence has been a problem. We wonder why the black families are broken. Families in general, not just the black families. Because we as a species have chosen to do wrong. Data tells us we do wrong. We all know we do wrong, but each year we crave marriage. Each year you see that post. Every time you scroll through IG, you see those videos, you see those posts. Just waiting on my Boaz. Just waiting for a good woman. Women say it, men say it. They are looking for the one. And then check in with these people a year later, 2 years later. Oh, fuck that nigga. Oh, fuck that hoe. It is sad. It is sad. I am very saddened when I'm out there and about in this world and I see couples looking unhappy. The wife is walking several steps ahead of her husband. They cannot agree on anything. They are bickering and nagging and fighting. You can tell, brother, you need to get out of it. But he cannot get out of it. He's married now. This is what comes with it. In his mind, I'm supposed to suffer through the marriage. I'm supposed to struggle through it, but we're going to work together. And then your struggles become money-making ventures for the rest of the world. Now there's marriage counselors. Now there's therapy you can go to that is going to tell you how to fight against your own nature. A therapist is going to sit you down and lie to you, take your money and lie to you and tell you there is a way to make the marriage work. When the truth is, you are just doing the unnatural, brother. You are engaged in the unnatural. And when we as humans engage in the unnatural, we get the consequences. We get all that comes with trying the unnatural. We get the tears, the heartbreak, the deception, the cheating, the lying, the putting hands on, the multiple baby mamas, because we keep lying to each other and to the other person. It is tough out there. It is rough out there. It's bad enough to keep a relationship going. It's bad enough to keep a dating relationship going, much less a marriage. Brothers, it's time to normalize partnerships. It's time to normalize partnerships and to have real honest conversations and discussions with each other and with our partners. It is time to say, I promise I will love you. I will be with you, I will grow with you, and we will do this thing called life together for as long as it works. It could be 10 years. It could be, hell, it could be a lifetime. I don't know, you don't know. But we know as of today, right now, we love each other and we are committed to making each other happy. And you will do that for each other. And if the day comes where that runs its course, you will sit down like mature adults and figure out a way forward and move on to the next person, to the next chapter of your life, to the next person who's going to bring you joy and peace. Life is too damn short to waste it being miserable. Life is too short to waste it being miserable. One day of misery is a day too much. So for those who subscribe to the theory of, we're going to work through it, it's just a tough phase in our marriage right now, and you stay miserable for weeks and months and years in the hopes it will get better, you will never get those years back, sister. You will never get those years back, brother. Stop doing it. This is going to be a continuing conversation because it is impossible to get all my thoughts out in one video. There is so much more to say about this, so much more to share. So if you would like this to be a series, if you would like to continue having these conversations, let me know in the comment section below. And I'll be sure to make more videos about this. I'll be sure to share more of my thoughts about so many other things, about sex and child raising and all those things within the marriage. A whole marriage series, because there's a lot of thoughts I need to share with y'all. Thank you for watching the video. As always, if you enjoyed it, like, comment, share, and there are more videos out here for you to watch from the channel. Support it, love it, subscribe. Until the next one, peace.